Efficiently handling large datasets in Python requires mastering techniques like lazy loading, using generators, and leveraging libraries such as Dask and PySpark. These methods help manage memory usage and improve performance, enabling data scientists to process gigabytes or terabytes of data without overwhelming system resources. Handling large datasets is crucial, as modern applications often process gigabytes or terabytes of data. Traditional methods that load entire datasets into memory can lead to crashes and slowdowns. Effective strategies are essential for log file analysis, machine learning on large datasets, extract, transform, load pipelines, and streaming analytics, impacting production systems and business outcomes. System memory is finite. Loading a 10 gigabyte file on an 8 gigabyte machine leads to failure. Python's object overhead can multiply memory usage by 3-5 times. Streaming processes data in chunks, maintaining constant memory usage, unlike loading, which requires memory proportional to file size. Buffer management optimizes input-output, crucial for choosing chunk sizes and avoiding memory allocation issues. Avoid reading large files entirely into memory. Using read on a massive file can inflate memory usage to 15 to 20 gigabytes due to Python's string object overhead. This method is unsuitable for production environments, risking system crashes or memory errors. Instead, consider more efficient techniques to handle large datasets. Line-by-line iteration offers a memory-efficient solution for handling large files. By reading one line at a time, it maintains constant memory usage, typically around an 8 KB buffer. This method allows immediate processing and supports unlimited file sizes. Utilizing Python's built-in iterator protocol, it leverages lazy evaluation for optimal performance, ensuring efficient data handling. Chunk-based reading offers precise memory control by processing files in specified sizes, like 4 kilobytes or 64 kilobytes. This method is ideal for binary files, which lack line boundaries. The generator pattern ensures on-demand chunk production, maintaining constant memory usage. Adjust chunk size based on your system's cache line size for optimal performance. Buffer sizes are crucial for performance. A 4 kilobyte buffer matches operating system page sizes, ideal for small tasks. A 64 kilobyte buffer balances efficiency, aligning with file system blocks. For high throughput, a 1 megabyte buffer suits network transfers. Choose wisely. Too small increases system calls. Too large wastes memory. Benchmark for your hardware and access patterns. Working with CSV files efficiently involves using Python's CSV module for memory-friendly iteration, handling quoting and delimiters seamlessly. For large datasets, Pandas' chunking reads data in manageable pieces, allowing vectorized operations. This approach is ideal for processing and aggregating data without overwhelming system resources, ensuring efficient data handling and analysis. Memory mapping with the mmap module allows efficient file handling by treating files as virtual memory. Access file sections like byte arrays, search efficiently, and modify in place. Ideal for random access, database operations, and shared access by multiple processes. The operating system manages paging, optimizing data access based on usage patterns. Memory mapping is optimal for random access, allowing jumps to specific file positions without reading intervening data, perfect for index structures. It supports shared memory, enabling multiple processes to access the same file with operating system managed synchronization. In-place edits allow modifications of specific file regions, reducing input-output for large updates without rewriting entire files. Compressed file handling in Python offers significant benefits. Using modules like gzip, bz2, and lzma, you can achieve 60-90% storage reduction, faster network transfers, and lower input-output wait times. These modules integrate seamlessly with Python's iterator interface, allowing existing streaming code to function without modification, while central processing unit overhead is minimized by reduced input-output time. Binary file handling with Python's struct module allows efficient parsing and writing. By reading headers to determine record sizes, we minimize overhead and maximize data density. Packing data with struct ensures compatibility with native C types, enhancing performance. This approach is crucial for applications requiring high-speed data processing and storage efficiency. Generators enable efficient data processing by reading files line by line, transforming data, and aggregating results. This lazy evaluation minimizes memory usage. In a pipeline, each generator stage processes data on demand, allowing for complex ETL, extract, transform, load workflows. For instance, filtering lines starting with error and parsing them into JSON, JavaScript object notation. Objects can be seamlessly integrated. Parallel processing with multiprocessing allows dividing large files into independent chunks, processed by separate CPU cores. Using the pool class, we achieve near-linear speedup for CPU-bound tasks. By splitting files into chunks and distributing them across multiple workers, we efficiently utilize multi-core systems, significantly enhancing performance for intensive data processing tasks. SQLite offers efficient database-style access for large datasets. By loading CSVs into SQLite, you can perform indexed queries and SQL aggregations, which run in C for speed. It supports ACID transactions, ensuring data consistency without server setup. This approach is often faster than scanning files repeatedly for complex queries. Apache Arrow and Parquet optimize data processing by storing data in a columnar format, allowing selective column reading and efficient compression. Using PyArrow, Parquet files can be read and written with compression like Snappy, offering significant performance improvements over comma-separated values. Arrow enables zero-copy reads, enhancing speed and efficiency in big data analytics. Streaming JSON processing leverages line-delimited JSON, JSON-L, for efficient data handling. Using Python's standard JSON module, each line is parsed individually, maintaining JSON's flexibility. For large JSON files, the iJSON library offers event-based parsing, extracting objects without loading the entire structure, optimizing memory usage and processing speed. Benchmarking a 5 GB log file on a 4-core system reveals that memory-efficient methods, such as line iteration and chunked reads, maintain similar processing times while significantly reducing memory usage. Memory mapping further optimizes performance. Parallel processing excels in throughput for CPU-bound tasks, highlighting its effectiveness in handling large datasets efficiently. Stream data using iterators and generators to minimize memory usage. Profile with tools like Memory Profiler and cProfile to pinpoint bottlenecks before optimizing. Opt for binary formats like Parquet for large datasets to enhance performance. Apply multiprocessing for CPU-bound tasks and async for I/O-bound tasks, avoiding over-parallelization of small tasks. Avoid loading entire files into lists. It negates streaming benefits. Instead, use iterators. String concatenation in loops is inefficient. Prefer list accumulation and join. Default buffer sizes may not be optimal. Benchmark different sizes. Always profile before optimizing. The bottleneck might be elsewhere, like the network. Simple streaming often suffices. Async I/O with Asyncio is ideal for concurrent file processing and network requests. Using Asyncio and AIO files, tasks like reading files and processing lines asynchronously are streamlined. The event loop optimizes I/O wait times, enhancing throughput with minimal overhead, especially beneficial for distributed storage systems or APIs. In the ingestion layer, stream data from source files or application programming interfaces using generators, applying basic validation and filtering early. The transformation pipeline chains generators for parsing, enrichment, and normalization, with each stage processing independently. For parallel processing, distribute central processing unit-intensive tasks across cores, using queues for load balancing. Finally, write results to suitable formats like Parquet for analytics or databases for queries, optimizing with batch writes. Utilize Memory Profiler to identify memory leaks and unexpected allocations by profiling functions like process, data. Implement TQDM for visual progress tracking, enhancing user experience, and estimating completion times during lengthy operations. These tools are essential for effective monitoring and debugging in data processing workflows. Validate input sizes to manage large files efficiently. Use try-except blocks to handle errors gracefully, logging failures while continuing data processing. Implement checkpointing for long processes to resume after failures. Monitor resource usage, setting alerts for anomalies. Document assumptions, including file formats and performance expectations, with example commands for scalability. Stream data using iterators and generators to enhance memory efficiency. Opt for line iteration with text, chunking for binary, and memory mapping for random access. Employ multiprocessing for CPU-intensive tasks. Profile performance to identify bottlenecks and optimize effectively. Construct data pipelines with small, focused generators for improved testing, reuse, and maintenance.